Hello, my name is Christoph Ernst and I am from the International Labour Organization. I will talk about peanuts and explain you that there is much more you can do with peanuts than just eating them. They have contributed to the sustainable and inclusive development in line with the Agenda 2030 in Ticino, province of Córdoba, Argentina. First, some basic facts. Argentina has a comparative advantage in biomass, rich availability of biomass, and well-advanced biotechnology sector and other industrial sectors related to this sector like chemistry, and an appropriate infrastructure for bioeconomy development. Peanut production has grown exponentially in the last decade in Argentina, and Argentina is one of the world's biggest exporter of peanuts. Peanut shell residues, however, has created a challenge to the environment, but in Ticino they saw it more as an economic opportunity. So they have created a couple of new bioproducts. Bioenergy in 5 thermal power plants, dyes, activated carbon, biofertilizers, or for example eco-bricks. It has also created a variety of new jobs, 12,000 new jobs, from unskilled farmers to high-skilled researchers in biotechnology, predominantly women. What have been the success factors behind the development of bioeconomy in Ticino? Bioeconomy is a recombination of dynamic and collective capabilities in 2 main sectors, in modern agriculture and in biotechnology. It has caused a technology change, and together with the capability development we just explained, it led to a productive transformation of the economy in Ticino. Another key factor was local clustering, which has been supported through an integrated policy framework. These policies were well articulated, horizontal, and tailor-made to the specific needs of the cluster. It also benefited from an effective public-private partnership between the public sector, research centers, university, cooperatives, and private companies. The innovation system has been strongly supported by organizations like INTI for industrial technology support, Pro Biomassa project of the Ministry of Agriculture, or for example the program Renova of the Ministry of Energy supporting financially and technology with technology transfer the bioeconomic sector. This led to product and process innovation and diversification. Thank you.
Mi agradecimiento a Naciones Unidas por participar de este foro. El informe que presento analiza el potencial de la bioeconomía para promover la transformación productiva y el desarrollo territorial en el norte grande de la Argentina. Veamos primero una referencia general sobre mi país. La estrategia de desarrollo de Argentina ha sido históricamente pendular debido en gran parte a la divergencia política entre los roles del sector agropecuario y el sector industrial. El resultado final ha sido una industrialización inconclusa, concentrada en la región central del país, generando fuertes asimetrías regionales. ¿Cómo se inserta el norte grande en este contexto? Esta región abarca 10 de las 23 provincias del país, se caracteriza por un débil desarrollo socioeconómico, una matriz productiva de carácter primario y recurrentes conflictos socioambientales. Al mismo tiempo, y esto es muy relevante, el norte grande cuenta con una inmensa riqueza de recursos biológicos, importantes capacidades científico-tecnológicas y una base político-institucional consolidada regionalmente. ¿Cuál sería entonces el rol de la bioeconomía? Teniendo la ciencia, tecnología e innovación como su principal instrumento, posibilitaría resolver la divergencia política y los desafíos estructurales del norte grande, utilizando sustentablemente todo el espectro de la producción biológica renovable. ¿Cuál sería la estrategia? integrar la industrialización de los recursos biológicos con el desarrollo territorial en la búsqueda de una economía circular. Implica el uso intensivo de conocimiento, basada en el desarrollo de los intangibles con fuerte agregado de valor en origen, sostenibilidad ambiental y descarbonización de la economía. ¿Cuáles serían los escenarios posibles? Se construyeron a partir de diferentes hipótesis de resolución de la disputa política entre los modelos de desarrollo en pugna. Hemos asumido 5 escenarios. El de continuidad, donde se consolida la pugna entre los dos modelos y no tenemos un equilibrio final. 2 escenarios de nuevos equilibrios, uno que va en camino a la bioindustria y el otro que sigue apoyado en el sector agroexportador. Un escenario de colapso donde se acrecienta y consolida la emergencia económica, social y político-institucional. Y por último, el de transformación, donde predomina la integración de la agroindustria o de la agrobioindustria y el desarrollo territorial. ¿Qué esperamos entonces de la política pública y del compromiso regional? Los avances logrados en el desarrollo de la bioeconomía deben transformarse en una política de Estado, a partir de una nueva dinámica del desarrollo regional y territorial. El escenario de transformación se asocia con la imagen del futuro deseado, pero requiere leyes, nuevas instituciones, esquemas de gobernanza y marcos regulatorios que tengan a la bioeconomía como vector del desarrollo sostenible. Por su parte, el compromiso regional tendrá que traducirse en un plan estratégico y el fortalecimiento de una plataforma interinstitucional público-privada que sustente la estrategia, las políticas públicas y una agenda de investigación, desarrollo e innovación para concretar la integración de la bioeconomía y el desarrollo territorial. Esta es la síntesis que deseaba presentarles. Estoy muy agradecido por su atención.
Strategizing for the growth and sustainability of green agriculture enterprises, a developing countries perspective. The article is written by Altaf, Marco Savastano, and Uzair. Owing to continuous environmental degradation, a significant global transition in techno-economic paradigm is underway, especially in the developed countries. But now the developing countries are also moving from traditional clean letter model to more leapfrog strategy. Numerous countries like India, China, South Africa, Pakistan are actively participating in this paradigm shift. We have seen a limited research, especially from perspective of internal and external factor to the growth and sustainability of green agriculture enterprise in agriculture sector, as shown by the Lemma and L. The objective of this study is to test the green agriculture support framework that was developed by Savastano and Samu in 2022 to highlight the internal and external factor that contribute towards the SME growth focused on the developing and developed economy. This study, taking this model as shown in the figure, focused on the developing countries perspective from Pakistan, which of the confirmatory factor analysis to confirm the underlying dimension of the construct and using the Logit model to empirically test the applied green agriculture support framework model on and green enterprises. The data was collected from top and middle management level roles and from the enterprises located in Pakistan. The finding of this article shows a contrasting result. We have seen that internal factors have positive and significant effect, while some external factors have insignificant and negative effect. While the culture has a moderate effect on the talent management. These findings have a crucial implication from the policy figure. If we see the entrepreneurial culture has impact on the policy making, especially for improving the talent that can contribute towards the growth of enterprise. From the policy making perspective, we have to see the synergy between relatively diverse policy areas and varying industries. That developing and emerging economy can equally benefit from the green revolution. The effort concerning the internationalization of R&D, trade, investment policies can speed up the transition to a green economy in a nation that actively seeks their improving technology. The research model also provides a field where we can lead to a road that moves toward the green revolution, such as digital infrastructure, health, and other relative industries. We have seen the substantial influence of internal and external factors. Especially policymakers have to be very careful while designing the external factor like excessive competition in the market that can hinder such enterprises. And we also have to be very careful while looking to the firm who are systematically interlinked and having varied technological needs. Policymakers have to take the effort for R&D, technology from industry and industrial perspective so that it can be managed. In the end, we conclude that it is relatively easier to catch up with the emerging green technology in mature sector with standardized product and knowledge that in underdeveloped sector. But it is important from the implementation of green transformation perspective that an innovative ecosystem that is dynamic and constantly adapting to the unique characteristics of sector must be implemented so that it fit according to the requirement of the sector. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Muhammad Tariq. I am working as assistant professor in the University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, Pakistan. So my policy paper is sustainable dairy production in Pakistan, lesson learned and way forward. So Pakistan dairy sector is more having value more than combined value of major cash crops in Pakistan, and it is standing at fifth largest milk producer in the world. Out of the total milk produced, 95% is produced by the rural and peri-urban small-scale farmers. In Pakistan, dairying is fragmented, subsistence and practiced on various scales. Challenges faced are in nutrition, healthcare, breeding, government support, public health, and that threaten the sustainability of this sector. Overall, about 75% are small-scale farmers, owning a few cows, buffaloes, and use low input-output methods and having low yields. About 12,000 estimated commercial dairy farms exist in Pakistan that are operating at large scale. The government, NGOs, and private sector organizations need to work together to promote modern dairy farming practices in Pakistan. The biggest challenge faced by Pakistan dairy sector is limited access to quality feed resources. Major feed resources include fodder, commercial concentrate, and grazing. Fodder scarcity in Pakistan exists in the months of severe winter and severe summer. Pakistan government and NGOs are working to improve the feed quality and availability through silage and hay making and training of farmers on dairy animal feeding requirements. Dairy breeding practices in Pakistan typically involve keeping of high yielding exotic breeds of hills, Holstein Friesian and Jersey. One major concern is of lack of genetic diversity among the local breeds. In order to improve the genetic potential of local breeds, the government of Pakistan providing AI services, breeding programs, capacity building, and financial support to the farmers. Housing practice for dairy animals can vary depending on dairy operation, location, and resource allocation. Small scale dairy farmers keep their animals in open air or sheds made of mud and bricks. And the large farmers or commercial farms, they operate modern housing systems. Dairy housing intervention may include considering climate, feed, water, and space, hygiene, and cost effectiveness. Dairy animals' healthcare and welfare is a critical issue in Pakistan. The number of veterinary clinics should be increased. Animal cruelty and abuse are unfortunately common in Pakistan, and it could be avoided by enforcement law. Education campaigns can also be launched to raise awareness about treating animals with respect and compassion and improving healthcare practices. Similarly, the dairy industry poses some public health concerns related to quality and safety of dairy products. Farmers often use antibiotics, leading to antibiotic resistance. Among another concern is milk adulteration with water, starch, and other hazardous material. In general, holistic policy approaches needed, including strengthening of regulation to ensure dairy product quality. In Pakistan, milk production and marketing is controlled mainly by unorganized, fragmented private sector, and more than 95% milk is marketed without processing. Primary factors affecting milk marketing system include absence of organized marketing chain, seasonal fluctuation, and low investment. Similarly, in order to exploit full marketing of dairy sector in Pakistan, strong action must be taken to strengthen regulatory framework. The dairy sector also has environmental sustainability issues. Major concerns include inadequate waste management that leads to greenhouse gases and pollution. Regulatory and voluntary approaches include promotion of sustainable dairy farming practices, strengthening regulation, organic farming, and development of eco-friendly dairy products. And these small-scale rural farmers face several challenges, including low productivity, inadequate credit, inadequate veterinary services, and limited market access. So, the multi-stakeholder approach is required to improve the commercialization, women empowerment, enhancing productivity and product quality in Pakistan through government help. So, if we conclude, so recommendations for science-based public policy should be devised and put into practice to encourage the dairy sector's sustainable expansion in Pakistan. If we talk about the way forward, so launching of a comprehensive livestock and dairy development program to improve the productivity, efficiency, and sustainability of dairy sector is required. The focus area should include better veterinary services, provision improving feeding, breeding, and enhancing milk collection and processing infrastructure. The fundamental issue of food security and safety must be addressed in order to improve dairy production in Pakistan. So thank you very much. This is all about my policy paper. So any question? Thank you very much.
Everyone, I'm Dr. Javeya Nasif from Pakistan, and I want to share the development and assessment of adaptation strategies against climatic vulnerability of agricultural production system in Punjab, Pakistan. Climate change will adversely affect agricultural production systems and induce major shifts in farming practices all over the globe. The temperature of Earth will rise by 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius by the end of this century, according to IPCC, and Pakistan is ranked at 8th position in Long-Term Climate Risk Index and 16th regarding Climate Change Vulnerability Index, according to German Watch 2019, and the total losses that they calculated for Pakistan. So mainly we have the research question that what is the sensitivity of cotton wheat cropping system to climate change, and what are the adaptation benefits in current and future agricultural production system. We selected the farming system, that is cotton wheat, and we also collected the data for the livestock and minor crops, and the minor crops include mainly fodder, and primary data was collected from 165 farmers from 5 districts, and the data about socioeconomic input, output, and management data was collected with a comprehensive survey, farm survey, and scanty data of climate variable, crop simulation, and soil condition were also used in the analysis under 5 GCM. The effect of climate change on cotton wheat and cotton wheat cropping system. Here, cotton wheat research from FCM and DSAT for 165 farms under 5 GCM are analyzed, and And the outcome of these crop models we analyzed in the TMD model and the socio-economic impacts of climate change under GCMs and using two RCPs, you can see the crop poverty is more with the climate change and vulnerability that we calculated based on the net farm returns. We can see that majority of the farmers are vulnerable for climate change, but there are also some gainers from 165 farmers. So on an average, the mean net returns will be decreased in all scenarios, and they will decrease the farm income substantially. So in all the scenarios you can see that all the farmers are the net impacts of are negative, and the farmers vulnerability are higher in RCP 8.5 as compared to RCP 4.5. So this slide describe all the effects of climate change on farming community and net farm returns. The impact of climate change on poverty was also calculated by TUMD model, and the mean poverty in cotton week system was 25% in survey time period according to SDPI. So you can compare the climate change impacts. After climate change, poverty has been increased substantially, and under all the scenarios, the poverty will be enhanced in southern Punjab. Here we formulate proposed adaptation strategies in for cotton wheat system, and these adaptation strategies is based on a comprehensive review of literature and stakeholder interaction and expert interaction. So we segregate the adaptation strategies in four factors: biophysical, policy, socioeconomic, and any other. So here we can see the most important factors are biophysical and policy, but socioeconomic factors could also contribute to fight the climate change vulnerabilities in better ways at farm level. So here biophysical factors that could be contribute is the change in cropping pattern, and in some areas of cotton, sugar can replace the cotton due to the climate change, and improve cultivar, better breeds, heat tolerant varieties, improved agricultural practices, or some precision agriculture practices. Policy variable could be added in the form of agricultural insurance, farm subsidies, farm consolidation, supportive trade policies at farm, government investment in agriculture, especially in infrastructure, research and development, and market development, subsidy on critical inputs like fertilizer, seed, and socioeconomic factors that could contribute is crop diversification, optimal use of input, participatory management approach, agroforestry, fisheries, and livestock farms. And we can also see the agroclimatic advisory services for farmers could better equip the farmer to cope with the climate change challenges, establish and strengthen the interaction among stakeholders and use of climate and market data. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and you can contact me in my email for further questions and queries. Thanks a lot.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Muhammad Tariq. I am working as Assistant Professor at the Department of Livestock Management, University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, Pakistan. So my topic policy paper is Future Policy Interventions for the Development of Livestock Sector in Pakistan. So in Pakistan, livestock contributes approximately 62% to the agriculture GDP and 14% to the national GDP, and about 8 million rural families derive their livelihood from the livestock sector. Livestock is also a great source of transportation, draft power, renewable energy, and fertilizer. However, the sector is hampered by low productivity, poor feeding, poor breeding, poor health care, and poor extension, less government support. Similarly, the prevailing livestock production system in Pakistan include traditional livestock production system prevalent in rural area, intensive livestock production system commercially practiced in large scale in urban areas, or semi-intensive livestock production system in urban and rural areas, feedlot fattening of beef cattle, regular rangeland livestock production in Balochistan and Gilgit-Baltistan areas of Pakistan. So, in rural areas, livestock farming is often a family-based activity with members involved in various husbandry practices, and majority of them are engaged in small-scale subsistence farming. However, there is also a significant number of people employed in commercial farming in peri-urban areas. So the area of land producing animal feed in Pakistan is declining in present time due to increasing population pressure and urbanization. The cost of feed ingredients has been increasing. Poor quality feed is available, lack of knowledge about feeding requirements, and feed shortage are hampering the livestock's production system in Pakistan. Some common breeding practices include natural breeding and artificial insemination, and embryo transfer is also getting fame in nowadays, but at a very low speed. The government implemented various policies and programs, including National AI Program, Livestock Breeding and Development Project, National Animal Genetic Resources Management and Conservation Programs. So the public veterinary services are provided by the federal and provincial government. Private veterinary services are offered by private veterinarians and pharmaceutical companies. The disease surveillance is essential to identify and monitor the occurrence of various diseases. Major challenges to healthcare include lack of resources, outdated infrastructure, and inadequate awareness. Animals in Pakistan are purchased and sold in traditional weekly rural markets according to phenotypic characteristics on apparent estimated weight basis in marketing system. Unorganized marketing system exists leading to low prices for the farmers. Livestock marketing is hindered by the lack of infrastructure. No standard and grading system is available. So, a livestock traceability system can help in controlling the disease spread and is in need. In Pakistan, traceability can provide a platform for a value addition services. Traceability system can also help in ensuring the food safety. A traceability system can promote transparency as well. So, as important sector of Pakistan's economy, livestock needs to provide with more government support for its different functions. One of the major challenges for livestock farmers in Pakistan is lack of access to credit facilities. This makes it difficult for farmers to invest in their business and improve their livestock production at larger scale. Similarly, the government has also failed to provide adequate training and extension services to livestock farmers. Other additional problems include issues faced by the livestock extension services in Pakistan, lack of access to information and training, limited resources, poor infrastructure, and lack of coordination and farmers' participation. When we conclude, livestock population is increasing quickly every year in Pakistan as compared to the available feed resources. So efficient livestock management, feeding, housing, preventive measures, disease surveillance, and an organized marketing system will help to achieve more ambitious sustainable goals. And when we look at the way forward to improve sustainable livestock productivity in Pakistan, improved breed potential and effective management will lead to increased rates of conception, growth, and milk yield. Enforced vaccination program, in addition to providing appropriate and timely health care, can help to improve profitability. Processing of surplus milk will save enormous amount of foreign exchange. So developing meat grades, preservation, and proper marketing and pricing system is also the need of the hour. So thank you very much. This is all about my presentation. So any question, please.